Well, guys, Happy New Year, and today we're gonna answer the question, should you buy a Vader 4 Pro or not? And the short answer is yes. The long answer is yes, only if you're very comfortable with playing on an Xbox style controller and you do not have big hands like I do. But before we start with the review, let's start with the announcement who's the winner of the Battle Beaver PS4 controller that we're giving away from last week. The winner is Benny the Cats with a whooping 16 likes on his comment. I will reach out to you. I will drop you a comment below. Just make sure that we somehow get in communication and then we speak how I can get this delivered to you. Congratulations. That being said, let's deep dive what is the Vader 4 Pro. Well, the Vader 4 Pro is a Xbox-based controller, if I'm not mistaken. It's perfectly fine running on your computer. You just have to install the FlyDigi Space Station, and once you put it up, you have to select which kind of controller you have. So they have obviously like 20,000 of them. Make sure that you select always the correct one. And the main thing why I say you should buy it is the price. It's 70 bucks. The price is unbeatable for the functionalities that you get. So like most of the other controllers, which are costing like 200 bucks, you have here digital triggers, which you can select similar to the Xbox controller. So you can also put them like to be full pull, or you can put them to be instant. Very nice. You have 4 back pedals, excellent. You have all the button layouts like you used to know it from the Xbox One, or better said from the Xbox controller. You have even 2 additional buttons here, which you can program by yourself. Pretty nice. I'm not using it, to be honest. But generally very great that you have this opportunity. The thing that I dislike is, once again, the size of it, because for me personally, it's too small. But another feature which I was really like impressed of is that you can actually adjust the intensity. And I'm not sure if you see this here, but there's a small regulator here around every stick where you can exactly adjust how much of tension you would like to have on each stick. It's excellent, especially if you would like to play with a higher tension on your right stick. This is something that is very handy for those people who sometimes feel that their stick is too much going further left and right. And another very positive aspect of this controller is, of course, that they have Hull potentiometers. This means basically you will never ever have stick drift. Is this something good? Yes and no. It's very good if you don't like stick drift, but it's not very good if you want to play FPS where you have rotational aim assist and aim assist inside. So because then you're losing like this auto-generated aim assist if you have some stick drift inside. I explained stick drift already in all the other videos. You can catch up with them. Otherwise, feel free to ask a question and I'll try to explain it to you. What's very great about this controller is that it comes with its own software. We can exactly everything programmed like how you want it. You can set up the button layout how you want it, what the front button should do, what the back button should do. You have also the gyro configuration inside. And more importantly, and this is something that I'm missing with SCAF or aim controllers, is that you can adjust your response curve inside the software. So as you can see on my left stick, I set up the instant sensitivity on my left joystick. This is like a predefined configuration that they're giving straight up to you. And on my right stick, I set it up like how I feel it the best for me while I'm playing. And as you can see on the custom, I set it up that it's more snappy in the beginning, like I have it on all the other settings, and then it goes flat mode till the end. That being said, for a price of 70 bucks, this is the controller that you would like to have. And you can see it here in the gameplay. You can really sweat with this controller. There is no issue behind it. You can go around, you can pick around the corners, you can slide. Everything is properly recognized except those dead slides. But again, the dead slides are not a controller issue. This is rather an issue within the Call of Duty because everything is mapped to one button. But other than this, look how snappy this is. I was playing Stakeout with this. I was trying to figure out, okay, where's the pros, where's the cons on this controller. And for me personally, the biggest con not to buy this is actually the size. And if you, once again, if you do not have big hands and you like to play on an Xbox controller and you don't want to spend 150 or 200 or $250 or euros, this is the controller that you would like to have. It costs somewhere between 50 and 70 depending on where you buy it from AliExpress. I just want to give you also the heads up. When I was ordering it, I got a recommendation from a customer of mine. He asked me what I think about it, and I'm like, okay, for 70 bucks, I'm gonna take the gamble and try it. And honestly, I like the controller. I just wish that it would be like 15 or 20% bigger, and it would be definitely my default controller. Other than this, I can just say, hey, if you order it on AliExpress, be aware that you might need to wait like 2 or 3 or 4 weeks. But other than this, when you get this controller feels so great, the input feels great, the recognition is excellent, and you have all the setups options inside which you can't imagine. And besides all this like great responsiveness that you have on this controller, there's another thing what you can set up is also like macros. So you can even go up and say, okay, you want to program to a specific button like a macro, or you want to make some kind of multifunctioning happening here. So it's pretty decent setup. I mean, they really like thought it through that you can have all the customizations that you'd like to have. And more importantly is when you go into inside the function settings, you can actually set up, what's the polling rate, so you don't need to overclock it manually. You can go ahead and say what's the accuracy of the joystick or the joystick center sensitivities when it comes to the centering back again. So everything is actually thought very through. And I strongly recommend, if you are looking forward to buy a new controller and you feel comfortable with the Xbox size and with the Xbox setup, you should definitely try this one out. I'm not affiliated with them. I have no marketing contract with them. This is just a straight recommendation when it comes to like affordable but great gaming controllers.